Welcome to this tutorial video for the Anti-Drug and Alcohol Plan Development Tool. This will be an overview of APGA SIF's new anti-DA tool platform. The SIF is providing these short tutorials to assist anti-DA users to use the anti-DA tool, and a recording of this video can be found at our webpage at www.apgasif.org. Okay, the first step for accessing the new anti-DA tool platform will be to go to this website right here, sifaccess.rcp.com. This will take you to the SIF user management page, and you'll see four boxes that you want to fill in: first name, last name, email address, and DOT number. Once you fill out these boxes, click Save and Close, and you'll receive a message saying thank you for submitting your request. And then if it's your first time using the anti-DA tool, you'll receive two emails. One email will help you create your username and password, and the second email will be an invitation to proceed to the anti-DA tool. Please note that if you are a Shrimp user, you'll use those same credentials to log into the anti-DA tool, so you will not need to create a separate password. Also keep in mind that if it has been longer than 30 days since your last login to the anti-DA tool, you'll need to fill out the form again at this sifaccess.rcp.com to request a new user token. Okay, so once you have successfully logged into the anti-DA tool, you will start at this landing page. It'll say, Welcome to the anti-DNA tool. On the left side, you'll see a number of tables. The user guide is where the PDF user guide will live, as well as a link to the recording of this video. You'll see operators. That is where the main record for your company or system will live. Plans is where you can start a new plan and where existing plans will live. The documents section is where any previously generated documents will be found, and then change logs will show any updates made to the anti-DA tool. So for this tutorial video, we'll start at the Welcome app homepage. You can also start under the Plans tab. You'll see My Current Plans if you have any that you've already created. But if you haven't, your first step will be to add new plan. For this video, I'll be starting with a plan that we've already set up for the SIF to demo. So to get into there, I'll just click Manage. For you starting a new plan, you'll want to fill in your operator name. There's a drop down and you should see your operator. Add your plan year, again, a drop down for that. And your DOT ID should autofill based on what is tied to your company or system. You should see a start button. Since I've already done this plan, it will say revise, but when you're starting a new plan, this button will say start. So we'll click that to get started. Okay, this will take you to the first step, which is the implementation section. So you'll want to go through and answer these questions based on your company or system's policies. You'll notice that many of these questions are the same as the old DA tool. So I won't walk through all of these, but you'll have to answer each one that you see. I do want to point out that there's a new section, brand new for the new DA platform, and it's specimen type used for DOT drug testing. So the question is, what specimen type is your system using for DOT drug testing under 49 CFR Part 40 and Part 199? You'll have three options. You can choose urine, oral fluid, or the third option is for both urine and oral fluid. Just a note that this is based on a regulation that was effective June 1st of 2023, and it states that under 49 CFR Part 40, DOT drug tests may use either urine or oral fluid specimens. Employers must begin a test with one type. A second type can only be used if a collection problem requires a new specimen. So that's a new question in this first step. The rest that you see should be similar to what you've seen in the past. So once you've filled out all of these questions, you'll be able to move on to the next step by just clicking this next step button. That takes you into step two. So this is the responsible party section. For this one, you'll notice a series of checkboxes that say completed. These will auto check as you go through and fill out each of the tables below. If you don't need a certain section, you're always welcome to uncheck it under this requirement control panel. So if you uncheck it, you'll notice that it will automatically check under the completed section. So once you've decided, which ones are required for your specific system or company, you can just go through, start filling them out. Um, Everything should be editable, so if you need to make any changes, you can always do that. But go through all of these, make sure they're all filled in correctly, and then at the very bottom, once you're done, you'll see that next step button again. So this will take you to our third step. So the third step is the system employees section. This allows you to add employees for training supervisors and your positions. To add those, you'll want to either click this button right here or this button, and it will let you add each employee one at a time, and they'll appear in the table below. So you'll have two different sections to complete. Once you finish that, you can move on to the next and final step. This is the preview finalized plan section. So this is where you're going to add in your plan version history. So you'll notice here, effective date, plan version, program version. This auto-populates based on what you selected at the start of your plan. The notes section here, though, this is where this is going to generate based on what you put into your plan version history. So this allows you to add notes about your previous plans and then your most current plan that you've just finished. So to do that, click Add Plan Version History. The most recent plan version will populate the notes right here. Once you've done that, your last step will be to actually generate this as either a document or a PDF document. Once you click it, a screen will pop up and then it should say document generated or completed. You can close out of that, and then you'll notice that your document will appear in this list below. You can always click the document file to open it and download a copy. Once you've done that, you can click Save. And this will take you back to the home page, or at least the page you were on when you started your plan. So you'll notice it will now say Revise instead of Start. You can click Revise at any time to go back in and make changes to your plan. And then you can find that plan over here in the plan section. So that concludes our tutorial for the anti-drug and alcohol plan development tool. If you have any questions, you can visit our website at www.apgasif.org, or you can contact the SIF team at appsupport@apgasif.org.